What's up, comic and collectible fanatics? It's your friendly neighborhood comic book dude here with another batch of lovely toys, collectibles, and all around fun stuff to get your hands on. Should we just hop right into it? No banter? Just jump in? You guys want to see the stuff. You don't care about what I have to say, right? Alright. Start with something new. Well, newer. For any of you guys that were fans of Terminator Dark Fate, got ourselves a T-800, aka Schwarzenegger's character in that newest Terminator film. This was released in 2019, so it's, relatively new. It's, price is reflective as such. I haven't seen this thing go for any crazy amount of money, so I'm thinking a solid $25. It's probably a couple bucks less than it would have cost you at the store, and he's potentially still findable in the wild. So, if your Target doesn't happen to have him or something, then come on over here. It's pretty cool looking though. I actually watched that Terminator movie. I hadn't seen one in a while, like nothing since 3. I heard they started to get a little convoluted. I'm not sure. Maybe they did, maybe they didn't. But I thought it was decent. I also liked that they had the guy who plays the new Ghost Rider in it. And they also started to do the thing that some movies have been doing lately, where it's like this is a sequel, but it also skips previous sequels. Like they did that Halloween movie in like 2018. But it treats it like there hasn't been any sequel since the original. So I think Dark Fate ignores everything after 2. So it's like you would watch it as 1 to Dark Fate. So anyway, that's our first dealio. Actually got a lot of doubles in this week's batch, and because they're things that we've already profiled, I'm not gonna go through them again. Save you guys time, save me time. You'll see them in the description. You'll see the photos in the postings. You're not seeing things. Frank was, prone to buying doubles, sometimes even triples, because he sometimes didn't remember. Other times he wanted multiples. So if you're like, hey, wait a minute, didn't I buy that or didn't I see that before? Yeah, you probably did. Don't be shocked. There's never a guarantee that I'm gonna find a double, but once I do, we'll just slip those in with whatever the batches are this week. But yeah, all right. What else do we got here? All right, another action figure of sorts. So we had something new, and we got something old. Or older at least relative to now. So I'm sure you guys are familiar with the Marvel Legends figures. We've talked about them a couple of times. They're pretty standard to like your Walmarts, your GameStops, your Targets, things like that. And their major claim to fame is they usually build the figures. They seem to do them in sets now too. A lot of times, like they'll release a set of Marvel Legends that are maybe around a movie or around a big comic event or something, and the Build-A-Figure will be something, maybe like a big character or somebody that's hard to find, or just something that's sort of cumbersome to put into a single box. So they're like, all right, we'll divvy these up into like 9 figures, and you guys got to put it together. We don't want to do that. So this one here is a Captain America, and he's like in the vein of like the like original like Marvel Captain America, like even before they were titled Marvel Comics. Is kind of what he looks like. He's got like the weird like head covering like on his head. Like this picture up here doesn't match his exact look. But this is part of the Build-A-Figure for the Queen Brood, which was 8 pieces. Wow. Wonder if we've got any of the other ones. It'll be cool to see. But yeah, he's another one. I mean, even in 13 years, because this came out in 07. Even in 13 years, this guy's price hasn't changed much. You know what? I had him at 28. I think we're gonna make him 25 too, because nice round even numbers. They're easy to come by. All All right, we done with the kid gloves. You guys want the good stuff, right? All right, good stuff. This will probably be. Well, I know for sure it's not the most expensive piece of the day, but it's up there, and I know you horror fanatics are gonna lose your minds. Oh God, here we go. Our boy Captain Spaulding, sealed in his box, brand new. Let's check those out. The seals are good. He's not been touched up top. Has not been touched down below. Giggity. He's got with sound. He's a big old NECA from 2002. Wow. Yeah. So he's a little harder to come by. Oh yeah, there's a little bit of box. I don't know. Damage is a fair word to use, but it, nothing that really affects the item. It's just like a little couple breaks in the, the flatness of the box. Maybe they got like crunched a little bit somewhere, but other than that, like, if you were just playing this upright, like this, you'd never see it. So, beautiful piece, hard to come by piece, cult classic item. You ready for the heart attack? $270. I'm sorry, guys. This thing didn't go for less than $244 in my research, and that was an open one. And on the high end, he went for $300 brand new. So, right there in the middle. But yeah, solid piece for anybody that likes, House of a Thousand Corpses, Devil's Rejects. What's the new one? Three Devils, three something, Three Devils. I'm terrible. I don't know. It's not the Devil's Rejects. It's Three from Hell. Yeah. So. But yeah, cool Rob Zombie piece here. All right. Oh man, the hits keep coming. Oh. So these Bowen statues I've been showing you guys, I'm starting to think that I'm gonna like double down on them. Like, they're monetarily valuable, and there seems to be a fair amount of interest, if not on Facebook, at the very least on eBay. People have been going bonkers for these. So we got ourselves Hellcat. She is / was an Avenger. She's a good friend of Jessica Jones. Her character was the blonde lady on Jessica Jones. What else? Good friend of She-Hulk, if you read any of the She-Hulk comics over the last couple of years. She's limited to 650 pieces. She's number 454 out of 650. Seals are open. I'm almost gonna say carte blanche. Any of these bones we find, they're gonna be open because, again, the store that gets these or got these for Frank, checked them all before they sold them. So you gotta open them to do that, because what happens, for anybody who's not familiar with the Diamond Comic distributors, you have a very limited window to report statues as damaged in order to get a replacement. Because if this went home with somebody and they didn't open it right away, and they call back 3 months later and they're like, I finally got it open and the thing's broken, guess what? You're not getting your statue. You'll get your money back. They'll give you credit on it and say, hey, sorry, but very limited window. So for that reason, they're all checked first, so they can determine, oh crap, do we have to call this in or not? And 9 times out of 10, there's not an issue, but that breaks the seal, that breaks the side of the box. I don't know, for some people that's not new. I can tell you for certainty that this was never displayed other than in its box in a room where they're all boxed. But, so Hellcat, okay. So not as much as Captain Spaulding, but still up there. Her low was 170 and her high was 315, so that puts her at a cool $240. And for anybody that's watching this and going every single one of these bones I put up, regardless of the price, is sold. So someone out there is looking for these things. I don't think they make them anymore. So yeah, unfortunately they are pricey pieces, and the prices don't stop coming there. This is an expensive week, guys. I apologize. The next one is another bone. Like I said, I I kind of think I'm gonna double down on these like 2 a week if I can for as long as I can. Um, this one is shockingly expensive. This I think is our most expensive item of the day. I'm not sure what makes it so expensive. I don't know if it's, the version of Miss Marvel that it is. I don't know if it's who sculpted it. I don't know if it's. I mean, it's a limited number, but it's not as limited as Hellcat and is going for more. Um, got ourselves a Warbird edition of Miss Marvel. So this was 90s, 2000s era Miss Marvel. This is the one they used in the X-Men animated series. I saw her pop up, in various comics in the 90s. I've got a very vivid memory of an issue of Wolverine where, like, he's hitting on her while they're playing pool, and then, like, some shenanigans happen and they, like, suit up and go outside, and she's in this version of the outfit. Um, this, literally, I only found it sold twice. And both of them, different people sold it. Different, I don't know. Different buyers. The low was $740. The high was $750. So that would make the average $745. We knocked off a morsel and made it around $725. $725 for that. So my apologies in advance for that other heart attack that I'm giving you, but when it's pricey, it's pricey. I'll ease you guys back down. The next one's a cheapo piece. Cool looking piece that I believe was also a movie. I was told recently. I've never seen it. I actually kind of want to find it, but it's called The Devil's Backbone, and it's by everyone's favorite, horror icon, Guillermo del Toro. He's just tuned into the spooky, like Wes Craven was, or Romero, or like there's just some of those guys that, like, no matter what they do, they're always going to be known for their scary stuff. So this is who is this? This is Santi from The Devil's Backbone. Again, I am not familiar with the film in question. The art looks really cool. I'm almost positive that, like, this art on the boxes and stuff is Mike Mignola, but it doesn't say. And this is the first guy in this collection of Devil's Backbone figures. He's only $30. He's a NECA. You probably would have seen him at Target or something like that. He's just from 2018, so probably not bouncing around the stores anymore. Maybe if you get real lucky with a Target that doesn't clean up their stuff, but 2 years old, so he's just, like, past the point of probably not being able to be found in stores. $30, fair price. This is probably roughly what he paid. I don't know. I know the NECA boxes are normally a little smaller. This is pretty wide. It's like book shaped. So I wonder if they consider this like some level of like deluxe, or if they're just like, this is Guillermo del Toro, so we're gonna like jack up the price. I don't know what the retail on this was, but $30 is what you will pay. Oh, next. Another cheaper piece. Especially considering some of these are like hit and miss. I came across like a cache of like female femme fatale diamond figures this week, and I'd already taken one last week, and it was Tara, Witch of the Black Rose. She went for $115. So I said, all right, well, let's grab some more of these, see where they go. And they don't always go for the same amount. Tara, Witch of the Black Rose is like an adult only comic, and she's always nude and stuff. So you got the people out there that like that just snapped it up. Kabuki was a comic that I read in college. A friend got me into. Very interesting stuff. Oh God, who's her guy? David Mack did all the art. It's like very, very beautiful painted art in all the issues. In fact, I almost understand why this statue doesn't go for that much. It's not a bad statue, but Kabuki's was really hard to conceptualize outside of the comic because of how how visually specific her look was with David Mack's art style. So when you try to translate that to a physical representation, you lose something in translation. That being said, it's not a bad piece. You know, if you like kabuki, you know, you got this, like, display this next to like your graphic novel or something of it. This is only gonna run you $30 also, and I'm pretty spot on in remembering because I own a few of these like style Diamond Selects. I mean, this one came out in 2013, but I can't imagine the price changed that drastically. The ones I've gotten over the last couple of years are about 50 each, and the prices online sort of reflected that. Like the low was 25, 12, the high was 50. So 30, 30 gets you the kabooks. Continuing with our Femme Fatales Diamond Select series figures. This next one is from a series that Robert Kirkman did. You know, Walking Dead. The freak else is he doing now? I don't know. He's done lots of stuff. I mean, Walking Dead's his major claim to fame. He just had a new graphic novel come out called Firepower, which they weirdly did the graphic novel first, and then they're releasing the issues. Because he's just like, you know what, I'm totally turning the comic industry in my head. I'm gonna do whatever I want. So he had a superhero book before Walking Dead, or that ran sort of concurrently with Walking Dead at one point, called Invincible. And this is one of the main ladies from that. Her name is Atom Eve, kind of like Adam and Eve. So she came out in 2013 as well. This one's a little bit more though. So this is $60. Fair note on this one. Seal is broken, but again, it looks like just to confirm that there was no damage, and probably for good reason. You probably can't see the base to the video, but there's like a very jagged, pointy, like energy looking up here from the back. This base, you could very easily I could very easily see like one of the pointed, jagged edges like snapping off. So good reason to like check on that now before somebody wants to set the thing up and they're like, busted. What the hell, comic book store? So 60 on her, and we're going progressively higher with these Diamond Selects. I got one more. I have seen this woman in comic for years. I legitimately know nothing about her. You know, from all my years working at a comic book store, I couldn't tell you her origin, her backstory. I could tell you she's scantily clad. Her skin's all white. These are all just things like I just looking at her, so anybody could tell you the same thing. She looks like some form of undead, maybe a vampire, maybe something. I'm not quite sure, but we got ourselves a Lady Death, Femme Fatale Diamond Select series. Holding a little pumpkin action, you know, a little picture of one of the covers of her books. I mean, you know, she just looks like a demonic stripper. You know, which there's nothing wrong with, but yep, demonic stripper. Her low was 45 and her high was 130. So we got her at 85. She's another one that was also checked. Seal is broken, but again, she's still all in her plastic. Everything's still there. I don't think that there's any, you know, cause for concern that this was ever like used or anything. So $85 for that, and I believe that is our last Femme Fatale for the day. What else? Oof. All right, been like slow burning you guys again. Like it's like this today. You know, you start off low and then bam, go high, and then go low and then high. This is a really cool piece. Not quite for me, and in fact, there's something else in his collection that may end up joining my own collection at some point. It's in the vein of this. But, so at one point, they did this series of collectibles known as the Justice League of America Trophy Room. And it's a lot like, if you think back to the Batman animated series and you saw, like, or Batman Beyond, actually, is probably the better one, when you're walking around the cave and you see all the, like, suits, like, you know, on display and whatever. Or actually, animated series would work, too. You see, like, the giant dinosaur and the penny and weapons being displayed. So the idea is, I guess, that they're displaying their own like trophies, so to speak. So this is a Wonder Woman tiara with Wonder Woman. What do we got there? Bracelets and lasso prop replica that come with like a little, it's a base that's made out of like that looks like a little like a Greek or Roman pillar that like holds everything up. And it's got a like plaque and everything. It's really official, and it's a limited number. This one is number 240 out of 500. It's only 500 of these bad boys exist. This is open with a caveat. Only half of it was opened. So when you open the box, you pull out this big styrofoam thing that's got everything in it. The bottom half, where the lasso is, was opened. Just to look at, I guess. I mean, it doesn't look like it's ever been touched. But the thing, it's really hard to explain, but the way this styrofoam was set up is it's like there's a top that you would take off, and then there's probably like the base, the bracelet, the tiara, and then there's a bottom piece that you take off, and you see the lasso, and they're separated. Like in the middle, there's got to be some like styrofoam that's separating the two pieces. So only the bottom part's been removed. The top part is still sealed, so the tiara has never been touched, the bracelets have never been touched, the base has never been touched. Only the lasso may have been touched. So this is basically this is newer than a lot of the things that like we open and have totally been touched. Somebody like started to check the thing out and then just decided I'm not gonna bother to see if there's any issues with the bracelets and the headband and whatever. But they're sealed in there, so they're brand new. So it would be the same as if you ordered this thing sealed brand new. Price though. Coming in after our Warbird figure, this piece is, well, the only one I found sold online was 600. We did some talking about it, and we think that 500 would be a fair price. But wow, this is for your die-hardest Wonder Woman fan, boy, girl, whoever. Yeah. Whew. So yeah, one more look at that. Alright. What do we got next? Oof. Just when you think we're coming down. I mean, we are, but still kind of pricey. Last week I showed you guys a dog alien hot toy. He ended up going for $280. Yep. You know, hot toys. When I took that dog alien, there were 2 other alien hot toys with it. And I sort of consigned myself to the thought that I would take them one at a time, you know, not break the internet one week at a time, you know, with all these hot toys all at once. So this week I took this one, and this is the Nostromo crew member executive officer Kane. His seal is broken, but he's all still in his packaging. Very official looking. It's got a slipcase too, which is super cool. You know, obviously very high end. Okay, so this is 12 years old, which probably speaks a little bit to the price because, you know, hot toys are like, you blink and they're gone, so to blink again and then see one of these things pop back up or, you know, is rare to Midland. The Alien Executive Officer Kane hot toy. Whew. $375. The low on him was $205 and the high was $550. So, you know, we went as average as we could on the dang thing. Pricey piece, beautiful piece, for any Alien fan. He might also be pricey in my own thoughts because he's not an alien. You know, there's tons of, you know, you've seen one xenomorph, you've seen a ton of xenomorphs, but you don't see the people as often. I mean, they're out there, they exist, but I would say that the amount of people, human crew member type figurines that you see in the world versus various flavors of aliens and predators is, you know, not even. So, alright, next, one of our lovely DC Direct pieces, which I love, and unfortunately for for some people, but not unfortunately for others. We've got what some people consider to be the Shemp of the DC universe, Aquaman, and all his shiny green pants and orange gold shirt glory. He's a lovely 13-incher, or what would later be referred to as a 6th scale figure, from our friends at DC Direct. Because he's Aquaman, though, people are, they're pooping on his parade. They're pooping in his water. I don't know. His low was 20 and his high was 60. So Aquaman is $40. Yeah, market price, my friends. I think all these pieces are beautifully rendered, but some of them might be for more people. For some people over others. So, if you're an Aquaman person, you're gonna see this and you're gonna be like, sweet, $40. And other people will be like, Aquaman, I wouldn't pay $5. So, I find it ironic though, for any of you out there that have never played any video games. There's a video game series called Injustice: Gods Among Us. It was a takeaway from Mortal Kombat, and it's uses like the same fighting engine as Mortal Kombat, but it's DC characters. And if I remember right, the first Injustice game, the two best characters to play with were either Aquaman or Deathstroke, until they added like DLC characters. But it was like his redemption. They were just like, you can just like spam people with the trident, and you win over and over and over. So there's those. Oh, not much left. Like I said, a lot of doubles. Some of the other things that I'm going to scale back a little bit on the video, save some time for you guys, is the hardcovers. They are collectible, but they're... I've to date not sold a single hardcover that we've listed on Facebook. They all sell on eBay. So, I will still list them in the posts that accompany these YouTube videos, but, we can save the screen time on those. So... Oh, okay. Next piece is what I'm told is sought after by some. Is The Thing by Sota. It is actually specifically Mac Ready in Kennel box set. Sota, I guess, did a handful of cool pieces and then promised to do more pieces, and then they went out of business. So. Their stuff is highly detailed. You can build your own The Thing scenes with this, but also because they went out, probably kind of sought after. Cool looking piece. I actually haven't seen The Thing in a really long time, so it vaguely looks familiar to me. I can't remember. I feel like, if this is any indication of how it looks like when you're looking at this box, the guy opens up the door and you see the thing dog creature on the ground going crazy. Beautiful piece, but pricey because it is Sota. Where is it there? The low was $122 and the high was $250. So that puts us at $185. Yep, $185. So, yep. Cool piece. I doubt it'll stick around long. Oh, okay. This next one kind of threw me for a loop a little bit. I don't know nothing when it comes to models, or model kits for that matter. But most of the ones that I saw in Frank's collection so far were Mobius, and I came across this one and it just sort of stood out to me. Still sealed, it's never been opened. You can hear the pieces inside jangling around a little bit. But it's not Mobius. It is Aurora, which I've seen a couple of Amazing Figure Modeler magazines, and I'm aware of their existence, but it looks like that there are less of them out there than there are Mobius. I don't know if Aurora still makes these. This says it came out in 1994. And I'm actually really familiar with where this is. I'm shocked that I never came across this place because I lived in Long Island for several years, and this company is based out of Long Island. So, cool piece, pricey piece. I saw an opened one with missing pieces at the very bottom of the totem pole for $7, but open with missing pieces is not really appealing to somebody who wants to put the damn thing together. But for fair market value sake, I included it as part of the averaging. And then the high end was $190. So that puts the average at just about $100. And again, if I was being more realistic, the average would probably be higher because I shouldn't be counting those like incomplete stuff missing type listings against it. But in a way, doing that helps lower the price for you guys. And something I want to reiterate because I've seen this with some of the sales, unfortunately. These items should be going to homes for people who want them. I'm not. I unfortunately can't control whether or not somebody's at least at the outset, I can't control if somebody's like a seller or a dirty scalper or something like that. But you're buying something from a deceased person's collection who spent his life building it. So at the very least, if you're gonna buy it to enjoy it yourself. Don't literally turn around and put it back up for sale because you maybe caught it for a sweetheart price from me. Because that'll be the only thing you ever get from me once I find out. But yeah, so this guy will go for 100 beans. Next, what I'm told is the lesser of the more expensive Hannibal Lecters from the NECA Cult Classic series. I'm told the one with oh, the heck, when he's in the stretcher with the mask and everything is more expensive. I haven't seen that one in the collection yet, but I'm sure if we find it, Dr. Hannibal Lecter. This looks like when he's like right about to break out. So cool little cult classic piece from the Silence of the Lambs. Low was 40, high was 85. I had 62 written, but it feels like such a weird number. I'm gonna go with 60. 60 on that. 60 for the Hannibal. Cool piece. Oldish piece, 2007. When they still did the old packaging. So, next we've got another of our friends from McFarlane, The Fly. You can even see the like green goo like hanging off of him. At first, I thought that was like mold or something that creeped through, and I realized who I was looking at. Wow, man, this is super detailed too. He's got like fuzzies around like where his mouth would be. This is really cool, especially for anybody who's a fan of The Fly. Oh my god, he's got like these like little paper thin wings. Whew. Okay, so he's Movie Maniacs 3 McFarlane figure. Low was 20, high was 57. That 38. You know what? That's another one we're gonna tweak down. We're gonna make that 35. 35. So cool piece. Not a whole lot to say about him other than if you're a fan of The Fly, great. If you're not, grab a fly swatter. Another figure that we have probably seen before. Michael Myers. This is OG Cult Classics NECA Michael Myers. So he's a little older, not anything like too crazy here. This is 2010. This Michael is between 23 and 65, so that makes him 45. This is actually a pretty cool one though. He looks pretty spot on. Pretty simple. You got the pumpkin. You got the knife. All you really need. And I think that's it. Everything else is either duplicates, which again you'll see in the posting, or stuff that's already like sold via the Patreon, which you should subscribe to if you don't already. It's $1 a month, and you get 24-hour early access to the stuff that would be in the video. If it's not bought ahead of time, it makes it to the video. If it is bought ahead of time, then somebody who literally paid $1 a month to get an early peek got it ahead of you. I post 4 videos a month just for these sale postings. It's 25 cents a week. Wow, you can't spare a quarter a week for me. I get it. But other than that, like, comment, describe how you feel in your comment. Subscribe. I'm still working on I got an exclusive preview for an upcoming brand new comic coming out, so we're gonna do like a 5-page preview of that. I'm just waiting on my preview copy to come, so Other than that, take care, guys.